The new Volvo Sleeper tee is now available on eaminventory.com. This t-shirt has the most detailed and craziest design that we've ever done. We also have a new poster of Molly the Miata, and there's also a huge sale on a bunch of the products on the website. I'm talking up to 40% off. So if you're interested, check out the link in the description down below. Thank you guys so much.
Wow. God damn!
It was misfiring for a second.
Yeah, I know.
That's why it sounded cammed.
I was like, yeah, bro, what?
I was like, whoa! Today is the day. The Volvo is going on the dyno. As you can tell, we had a blizzard last night. Not the best day for a dyno, but we're still doing it. Glad I got those winter tires now. Isn't that convenient? Yeah. Boom.
Thanks, man. I'm gonna stay warm.
Isn't it weird being in this car?
It is.
Because like we were in this car
like the first thing
so
I
much.
saw is like, oh wow.
Yeah, it's got a shifter now. Yeah, it's awesome.
That is sick.
It's definitely like misfire or something. So we made it about 100 feet, and then I realized I forgot to put the right tune in it. So it's I'm pretty sure it's running off the wrong map sensor right now. Beautiful weather we have. It's so quiet now. We're just in the middle of a snowy field.
Dude, it's like a horror film.
I know.
We're stuck in the middle of nowhere. The car doesn't run. Well, except we're not in the middle of nowhere, and the car does run.
But then it idles high, so the tune is wacky, hence why we're going to get it tuned. Yeah.
The service engine light is on, bro.
That one will go away. I actually fixed all the check engine lights by removing the engine and putting an LS in it.
Oh, I see. Okay. Trying so hard.
The Volvo looks so freaking perfect in this wintry, snowy environment. Almost like it's in its home of Sweden.
It's okay a couple times a year.
Oh man, it's a real blizzard out here. Anyway, the Volvo is on the dyno. The Holley ECU has really good self-tuning capabilities, so we're gonna drive it around, different RPM, different loads on the dyno, let the ECU pretty much do the majority of the basic tuning itself, then we're gonna get into the power poles. Now, I don't exactly know what it's going to make. We're shooting for around 8 pounds of boost, hopefully somewhere in the 500s, low 600s of horsepower. The actual bottom end is capable of 1,000 horsepower, but the piston rings are not gapped, they're just the stock gap. And so you're not really supposed to go past 8 pounds. I've heard of people running 12 pounds, 14 pounds on the stock ring gap and being fine, but we want this thing to be a street car, reliable, take it on a 1,000-mile road trip, rip it the entire way there and be fine. So 8 pounds is gonna be fine for us. 600 horsepower is gonna be fine for us. Keep in mind the fastest car we have besides this, the most power is technically mine, which is 388 wheel, but that's like a small turbo, small engine 388. It's not the same. This thing's gonna be rowdy. Let's get it! All right, Pasha, predictions.
It will not blow up. It will not blow up.
Well, I hope not. I'm talking about horsepower predictions though.
By the end of the day,
it doesn't do that very well.
620. I'm hoping for a solid 640.
Wow. Let's see. You know, after blowing up the last car I put on a dyno, dynos are terrifying. Turbo LS is not that special on YouTube, but like, it's special for us. This is a new step. This is the first car I've ever been scared to stand by while dynoing. Like, it's terrifying.
That was like one of the more exciting dyno pulls I've ever watched.
It wasn't even a pull.
I know.
I'm like standing there like, oh God, if something blows off, I'm dead. Scary, scary, scary. Right, so we're having a few boost control issues. Right now it's hitting boost cut at around 9 pounds. I'm gonna start off by bypassing the boost control to see if that fixes anything. If it doesn't, then we're gonna have to either cut the springs more, the wastegate springs more, or try to swap them out for something else. We don't wanna keep just raising the boost limit until the wastegate's open, because that could be too much boost, so we'll figure it out. It was also at this moment when we realized the car was still only running on 7 cylinders because some idiot forgot to plug in one of the plug wires. Again. That idiot's me. So the boost controller. So what was that making in terms of boost there?
Like 135 kPa.
Which is like
5 pounds.
Okay, so 5 pounds, that's about what I thought. But we need the boost controller to work. Oh, 500 horsepower already. 500. On 5 pounds. I officially have a 500 horsepower car. Yeah, 528 horsepower, 542 pound-feet of torque. Mike had a spare working boost controller sitting around, so we plugged that in, gonna do another baseline, and then start cranking it up. The dyno lock lost RPM signal there, so it didn't read accurately. Made 600 pound-feet of torque on that run. And we're at 9 pounds of boost, which is pushing it, but whatever. So on that pull, we made the same amount of power. Oh, nice, I can hear myself. We made the same amount of power, and that's because the ECU pulls a certain amount of timing per pound of boost. So we added boost and removed timing. So now we're gonna add a little bit of timing back into it. That was 513 horsepower, 550 pound-feet of torque. Well, that was 630. What? Yeah. We're gonna redo it just to make sure that's right. It's still only at 13 degrees of timing, and it just made 630 horsepower. All right, so the 630 horsepower and the 600 horsepower figure was a little off. The dyno wasn't reading RPM perfectly, it kind of skipped. So those last two runs, we made 577 and 580 horsepower. So much more realistic for the amount of timing we added. I think we're gonna add a little bit more timing, hopefully get into the 600s. Yeah. It just made 650 wheel horsepower. Every time this thing does a pull, I just get the biggest smile on my face. This is so awesome. It's a Dyno Day tradition to get Za Factory, which is a local restaurant.
Just drip cheese on the turbo.
John got cheese on my turbo. Goodness gracious, John. Dyno Days are awesome because you get a tuned car that makes big power, but you also get really good food.
I'm 2 degrees of timing.
So we're trying to find the limit of timing, so we're slowly adding timing until it doesn't gain power, in which case we'll back it down a few degrees. But it's getting real close to 700 wheel horsepower, which is a little scary. That was 670 right there. It gained the same amount of power per degree as it has, so it liked that. So for those 2 degrees, we only made 7 more horsepower, so that's it. That's the limit of timing. So now we'll back it back down. So we pulled the 4 degrees of timing back out of it. Just gonna sit back there.
Hi, Mom.
You ready to go to soccer practice?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so that's it. 650 wheel horsepower on 9 pounds of boost. Pretty conservative timing. Well, no, maybe not conservative, but it's happy. Super happy though, because everything worked. Turbo kit worked great. Wastegates worked great. Intake temps were awesome. Never really got much past 100 degrees. Axle held together, drive shaft, trans, everything worked. So that's freaking awesome.
This is a boring dyno. Nothing went wrong.
No, this is an exciting dyno because nothing went wrong. Swap to the wide angle, going for a ride. Oh God. This is the fastest car I will have technically ridden in. It was nice knowing you. Oh, you've got shake on your hands. If I die, goodbye, goodbye. I hope I make it back. And you guys will see that in the next video. For now, I need to give out some shoutouts because this build would not have happened without the help of a bunch of different people. First and foremost, I gotta give a shout out to Mike for coming on a Sunday during a blizzard to his shop to tune this beast. His new shop, PFM, is officially open, so if you're in the Chicagoland area and need any work done to your cars, I'll have a link in the description for that. Secondly, huge thank you to all my other sponsors, especially eBay. They made this build possible in the first place. Thirdly, I want to give a shout out to all my patrons, because this build was way more expensive and took way much more work than I was expecting, and it would not have gotten finished without the help of each and every one of them. I'm so excited for you guys to see this thing rip. It's freaking awesome. It's live now on Patreon, but it'll be live on YouTube in a few days. I'll see you guys then. Peace out. Thank you for the support. Goodbye. Oh, and you can purchase the shirts.